bitch ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down 1. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll run again with Love on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Love. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On the carry, it's Love. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Jimmy Moreland there on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Love. About 3 yards there to the 27th.
Love, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 39-yard
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That takes us from second to third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Gain of 23 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here's Love. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, Those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And a 49er 1st down.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Tight end out on the right side, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the most? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 3. Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that...
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Second and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's able to put it through.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 31. 49ers.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Taken down at the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone.
For Darrell Patterson on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's the option. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to... And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. L.J. Collier coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Buying time to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jared Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there on the screen pass. 61 yards.
And the 49er first down.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second and 15. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Under 10. Under 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The 47-yard line.
So we got man. 54. 18. Check. Walk 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Makes the score Seahawks 41. 49ers.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's 2nd back at the 36. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll look to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half.
They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partners, that a little sweet justice for Super Bowl 49 right there?
You know nothing can ever erase the total sting, but that has to feel good, right? To flip it around, be on their own 1-yard line defending, and come up with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Sets up 1st down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to toss play to Love. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's Love again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
Bryce Love with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to... And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Seahawks 41.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.